absolutely. Thank you. No, it's cool.
Okay. So, thank you for embracing this evening and coming. Firstly, thank you to Cath for your space. We would normally host in our tea house, but it actually feels very amazing to be here, like as part of this community with so many people that we've met through tea. And it's very common when I travel all over the world, very common to go to people's houses, and very common to turn up at something like this and share tea with people. And so I wanted to offer Tokuya the same experience, to come to the English home and meet people and share tea. So thanks. We're all forever bound now by this meeting. So a chance at the end as well to have some cake and some cookies and just, maybe I think many of you have not met each other, So thanks to Tokuya, we are together. So Tokuya does, you speak very good English, but when we speak very fast, like now, if you have a question, just maybe just ask it slower. So I will pass to Tokuya to introduce his tea and his life, and then we're going to taste some different teas. So we just to tell you how we met. So we met in a car park. As one does. We met in a car park halfway up a hill near a shrine near Kyoto. Having read about him and found his story, I contacted him and he said, come meet me at this particular place. So Jenny and I met him, spent the day together, and then the relationship has continued from there. So thank you.
No, thank you. And thank you for giving this opportunity and gathering for this. Thank you for that. I'm farming in Kyoto and making tea the way without any pesticides and fertilizers. It starts 12 years ago. Actually, making tea is like my family job. I succeeded this kind of things, and like sixth generation, and I succeeded this job maybe 16 or 17 years ago. I used to use the pesticides and fertilizer at the time, but I broke my health by the pesticides, the chronic. And then at that time I started to learn Aikido. It's a Japanese traditional martial arts. I am very influenced that Aikido's idea, philosophy. I learned about how to use body like the traditional Japanese way. It's very different from modern way. And after broken my health, I getting better without medicine, like training and practice martial arts and changing food and learn about food and learn about body. That experience is changing me to this way to making tea without any pesticides and medicine.
That's just having grace and stars.
Today I have Japanese green tea, sencha, and black tea, and acid fermented tea. That's a very traditional way to make tea in the part of area of Japan, that's Shikoku. Actually, it's not my area, but I tried to make this. I like this tea, and then it's called Zenbucha. Actually, I made this tea originally, so there's no the other tea except this. It's like Zenbu means like a whole. I did not use any fertilizer, so I make the ground soil to reach the other way. The grasses make the soil rich. Grass comes up and dying. This cycle make the soil very changing, getting better. So grass is very worse. And this tea is making of the new leaf no tea in the spring, and grasses, new leaf of grasses, harvest all and making tea. It's like a natural blend, contain grasses, like that tea. It's express my philosophy.
You want to make the first tea?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So Tokuya's your father, he is a tea farmer, and your approach to tea, he was not so keen, eh? He thinks you're a bit crazy. Yeah. So his father is a conventional tea farmer. So.
Sorry.
Oh.
Grace, come here.
She wants. Oh, I don't think you're gonna.
She wants you. Sorry.
So if you show the tea in your hand, yeah, you can. It looks very different to say your father's tea. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Seeing it all flying off.
So I assume your father uses pesticides.
Yeah. We divided tea farm
Yeah.
from me and brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. His father used pesticides. Still.
Still.
Yes.
Okay.
And most Japanese tea farmer use lots of pesticides and fertilizers. So It's like a very unusual way in Japan. And this way to make tea.
So to put the health back into the soil, then you do it by leaving the soil and cutting the grass back in.
Mm-hmm.
So soil to
Soil.
make rich,
Yeah.
add the grass, cut the grass.
So the fertilizer is the grass.
Yeah, I cut the grass, but it's like in autumn. In autumn, grass
Yeah.
is
Leave it on the soil.
So when you go to Tokuya's tea, so many pictures of tea farms is very pristine, it's very cut. But your tea, the grass is growing at the top. Yeah, it's very, very unusual. So I have not seen it anywhere else in the world. So wild.
Really?
So you can have wild tea, but Jenny's seen it too, but his tea, it grows out the top. So I'll send a video to the group afterwards, but if you look around the whole landscape, all the gardens are cut, and then his garden is in the middle, and it's just mad. So your neighbours very suspicious, huh? They think not good. Yeah,
I think.
yeah, they think maybe he's going to bring the pests.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's been a difficult path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do it differently.
Yeah, to be different. Difficult to be different.
Yeah.
So the appearance is different to your father's tea.
In what way?
How is this different?
Looks like similar, but the taste is very different because fertilizer make some umami stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So most Japanese green tea has lots umami, but mine not so umami. It's like Yamada, but very
So we keep moving around now.
precoated, lots smell, aroma. Like that.
Okay, that goes stop. We're just moving it around.
So can you describe what is sencha?
Sencha is one of green tea. The
Oh no, I think everyone here.
This way.
Huh? Yeah. Stop. So it's one of the green teas.
Do you want to stop me?
sencha is made of like unshaded new tea leaves. First, the harvested new leaf steam and rubbed and
Right.
dried.
Yeah.
So do you harvest the top leaves as soon as they appear from the bud?
Just the top leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as it's appeared?
Just
Yeah.
new one.
New. One harvest, two harvests.
I make just only one harvest in the
yeah.
year.
Just one harvest. So the bush will come fresh and he picks once only. That's it. Yeah. So sencha is steamed. So it's a steamed. The Japanese will steam the tea, which is different to the pan
Thank you.
firing of the. Say,
There
there is a
come have tea.
Chinese mainly pan fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Okay. Do you have tea, Jo? You have tea.
Delicious.
So the tea that is grown wild tastes very different, different energy
Yeah.
in the tea. So it's his tea is served in a very famous restaurant in Tokyo because it's so natural. Yeah, but it's a lonely path for you. Been quite lonely, like yeah, hard to be different, you know, to everyone else. Yeah, and this is made from yabukita.
Yeah.
So so tea is cultivars, so different cultivated varieties of the tea bush, and yabukita is most common.
Yeah, most common. It's like first cultivar made in Japan.
Thank you. And the profile, how do you describe the flavour?
It has very good balanced taste and aroma.
So you can pass it around and have a smell of the tea. So you can make the tea maybe 3-4 times, the same leaf.
Yeah.
You can have a smell.
You can see a little bit.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
You can see the ferns and the grasses growing through this.
And how much caffeine would you say is in here?
How much caffeine?
How much caffeine?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, it's the
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll call you at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's dependent, isn't it, on the age of the bush then?
No. How old are the tea bushes?
Oh, that's delicious.
This one?
Isn't it?
Maybe 50 or 60 years old.
60.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because now Japanese tea farmers getting decreased, and some tea farmer quit this job, and then they say like please take care this tea field, like that. So I'm not sure when planted exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Many-
abandoned, wasn't it?
Yeah,
When
many
you took over,
abandoned.
it was an abandoned tea field.
Yeah. So lots of young people don't want to work in tea in Japan. It's very difficult. And Tokuya is the oldest son. You have brother.
Yeah.
So he was expected to
Take over.
take over. Yeah. And maybe not quite as the way he has. But now tea is served in Nobu in Tokyo. In Tokyo, Nobu in Tokyo. The restaurant.
You mean Noma?
Noma.
In Copenhagen.
In Copenhagen. Noma in Copenhagen. So then he took his father to the restaurant. And now it's really great tea.
As is often the case.
We all have a similar story, right, about our parents, so we can all relate to this. So this is Yabukita cultivar sencha. If you were to try you have native cultivar, you have Goko, and you can make sencha with the different cultivars, different profile. So Goko is sweeter or
Like bitter aroma, little bit,
other,
kind
bitter.
of.
And native cultivar.
It's like a more complicated, more mild taste, but
So the Japanese tea is very complex. So just in one type, just in sencha, different cultivar, different profile. Yeah. So this is his sencha, and we make. I don't know how many of you drink Japanese tea regularly, but you make it in kyuzu.
Kyusu.
Yeah, side-handled teapot, and this is Tokaname, one place where they can make, but you can pour all the tea out, and then keeps the leaf, and you just make it again. that this type of pot is better for Japanese tea, or you prefer?
I think, but I use Taiwan as well.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of tea. Have your own style. So you can make it as you wish. So this is the sencha, and then the second tea is the black tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want to put that back? You're still holding it. You can put this in here. So how many people in Japan grow the tea like you? Many?
Many.
Many? No, in
Few.
your style. In the
My style?
Yes. Just you.
Yeah, I like no use pesticide, no fertilizer. It's their small few, but I never had influence like Aikido, like martial arts. Never had that.
So can you explain a bit the Aikido approach? What does it mean? How does it? What do you do?
Yeah. First, important thing is like it's not martial arts. My important idea. I do not try to make like a good tea, a tasty tea. I try to make tea tree, how tea tree grow up healthy or strongly like that. That's the important thing. And then in martial arts, how do I stand is very important thing. Like follow the gravity is very different effect to our body. And then I think it's very important how tea tree stand follow the gravity. So like I cut the bushes, branches, like unbalanced branches. I cut that. Then how they stand, I check like that. I never had this kind of thing. Some other people do this kind of thing. I never had that, so it's very unique point, I think.
So you cut tea trees are cut regularly in any garden, but Tokuya cuts them in a way that the teas will grow with the correct centre of gravity, which I've never seen or heard anywhere else. And his tea most definitely tastes very different. Like when you taste this black tea, it's very different. So it certainly has an effect. I think all the elements together, the natural cultivation with the cutting and pruning.
So you're cutting all the side branches off then, in a way, to make it grow stronger and straighter.
I think it's okay to put those, yeah, thank you. You cut this is the tree, yeah? You're cutting these branches off.
Yeah.
Side.
Side.
It's going
So it's going
Yeah.
upwards, it's going
And then
vertically.
like not sing,
Thick.
opposite sing, yes. Made.
Like a thick, sort of.
The roots? No.
The stems
Not
empty.
roots.
No, the leaves themselves
No.
will pack.
Center.
Oh,
the
the
center.
yes, the trunk, like the main,
Yeah.
the main
Main.
trunk of the tea tree. He cuts so that grows strong and from the centre. So yeah, it's quite hot.
And then
And,
this black tea made from made of the native cultivar. Native is like grow up from the seed. So this kind of cultivar has like strong roots. So more like they have more energy.
so the root systems of the tea tree is obviously going to determine what nutrients are coming up into the tea. So different cultivars will have different root systems. So the native one has very deep roots. So you can this tea doesn't taste like really any other black tea. Yeah, it's really delicious. Yeah.
It's so balanced. It's very balanced.
Have you seen his fields?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are they pruned differently? Are they more like empty stems and then just the top is on there, or
No, it's just more the way it grows.
just like
Is this?
that was the picture.
He's just
Michelle.
making sure.
There's photographs in the book there.
Oh yes. So his book is here. You can see behind you. You can see the tea gardens in here. So it's all to do with, I think, the energy in the bush, right? The way it grows and where the energy is, the kind of strong centre of gravity. I mean, this is quite kind of way out in the tea world, kind of on the fringes of what of the way people grow tea. In a small field, he only has
Did you get
3
tea?
hectares of
Did you
tea,
get some?
so very small, very small tea garden. I don't know.
Is a football field a hectare or is that an acre? Or is
No, football fields, quite a few acres, I think.
It's 3 hectares. He
Yeah,
wants.
3
Yeah.
Are always very
Yeah.
manicured, really.
it might be one football?
Yeah.
But you can smell the leaf as well. It's very rich. Yeah. Really sweet. Very different to other Japanese black tea. So I mean, I just come back from Sri Lanka this year. There's a tea grower there who also grows wild Boudica, who we met. And when you taste many teas, you can taste the energy in tea. So you taste it's about energy. So you can tell if you tasted Tokuya's tea against more commercially grown black tea in Japan, you can taste a huge difference. And so it's about if you're very practically minded, you say it's about the chemistry of tea. But if you spend much time around tea, you say it's about the heart of tea and the approach of the tea maker. And this is the beauty of tea in the modern world. It's Tokuya's human, not machine. So you could buy a very expensive machine, but it will never make tea like the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the truth with all tea. It has the tea maker. It's very important.
Understanding of the land and the bushes they own and how to pick it.
Yeah. But yeah, none of your neighbours have copied you. Do the same as you.
I know.
No. Yeah. It's a difficult world where when many of them are going for the volume of tea, right? So, yeah.
But some Japanese tea maker are interested in this organic way, but most people afraid.
Afraid.
No, fake.
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 Fail?
Fake.
Fail.
Don't succeed.
Yeah, don't succeed. Like I have to change the mind opposite. Like for example, the medical medicine is like made. Should I say?
Yeah.
Ask the.
Ask Google.
So the other growers are afraid to switch to organic because they think they might fail.
Yeah, sometimes the crop goes down. So in
Quantity.
in the first few years.
Yeah.
So there's many myths around. Many people are afraid. I mean, it's how you live your life. Right? So he chooses to live very simply. So to make the change, his risk is probably low because the motivation is more to do something well.
Yeah.
But if you've taken on a load of debt,
Yeah.
then you're trapped in the cycle.
Yeah.
It's the modern
You've got to
it's the
produce.
thing of modern life.
Yeah, right.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Medicines.
Medicines suppress.
I was going to
Medicines are meant to suppress the symptoms, but they don't approach the cause.
Yeah. Right.
So the application of pesticides continuously, then you enter the fear system because, of course, if I just stop the pesticides, what's going to happen? And then you're in a panic. We talked about this. You're in a panic state, right? So you just keep applying because you can't face you don't have the resilience to do the change.
We have to change the mind to think about the cause.
Yes.
But if I didn't change the mind, I try to
Might want to sit there.
make in organic way.
Yes.
What I do for the tea is like more getting worse. So
There's a stool.
the mind is very important. But look at the mountain, the tree is like live healthy without
Fertilizer.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's actually doesn't not so hard, but changing
So you get
mind
the
is
mind
very
is
hard.
But many things in Japan, it's hard to change the mind, isn't it? We talked about, there's much in society that is difficult. He says very similar to British, that sees a lot of similarity.
Yeah. I bet.
So it's,
Do you think you changed because your health was broken? That's
Yeah.
why, or
That's one reason. Some reasons come to at that time. The other reason is like I had a baby, and my son, and then it's recommended to use vaccine for the babies. But so the merit is still mentioned. So I searched about that. It's like terrible remedies. So at that time I realized the information given us is very different from the information I searched.
Exactly. It's a global phenomenon.
Then I thought the pesticide is said it's safe. But actually, of course not.
It's
But I searched about pesticides. I realized my broken health by pesticides. So it's like start with my baby and then vaccine and then problem like medicine.
And you're damaging nature for
Yeah.
the future where your child will grow.
Yeah. I don't want to do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Right. So this is the third tea. This is the lactic. You have to explain this one. Quite different.
Yeah.
I don't really understand this tea. So yeah, very different.
I make this tea like in beginning of summer, hot season.
It's okay, I have a tissue.
After harvest the tea leaf, I boil the tea leaves, and after that, put them to pickle barrel.
Put them. Where do you put them?
Pickle barrel.
Barrel?
Pickle barrel.
Pickle barrel.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Into a barrel.
Yeah,
Okay.
for 1 month.
For a month. Okay.
And then
Fermenting.
Yeah.
What goes into the barrel? I missed that totally.
In the barrel is the tea leaf.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then boil the hot
Is
boiled
it like
water.
fermenting?
So yeah.
Are you fermenting
Oh,
the
But,
tea?
He calls it
the-
lactic acid fermentation. Yeah.
That's this tea.
That's this tea. Yeah.
And this is called?
Lactic acid. Would you call this Tokuya?
No, this tea.
Yeah, this one. Lactic acid. You call this tea.
acid fermented tea.
Yeah.
Acid fermented.
So
Yeah.
you just put in the tea leaf in the barrel, and the barrel happens to have had pickles in it in its previous life.
No, I
No,
think
he
it's.
puts hot boiling water.
Boiling. Okay.
So is this born out of an experiment? Or
He says it's something in his region.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tokuya, you pick it. Oh, maybe he's writing this. He's looking for the. Yeah. It's very specific to him. Yeah. But if you smell the leaf, it's really.
It's really
Smell,
nice, isn't
yeah.
It does
And-
smell like pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick that up.
Much.
No.
Ah.
It does smell beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so the pickle barrel is usually used to make pickled
Pickles?
vegetables. That's why lactic acid and bacteria live in the pickle barrels. Yes. And weights. I don't know what the weights is.
Maybe it's weighing down.
Did you-
If you don't
Wait.
just
On
when
the way
you do
down the
the,
tip.
Like when
Yeah.
you do pickle.
when you do pick,
Yeah.
sauerkraut or something, you put the rock.
Put
and
the rock
weight.
inside.
So it's always under the liquid, so
Yeah.
it doesn't go off.
And is this good for you? Healthy for you?
For your
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
bacteria.
Like
Yeah.
probiotics, isn't it? Yeah.
So your father makes this tea or no? Just you?
Just me.
Just you.
Well, you can answer them, Michelle.
How did you learn to make it?
Ah, this is the how to make on the internet
Oh,
and searching.
yeah. Okay.
Because my tea seller in Japan, tea house, recommend you should make this tea, and he tell me you should learn from the article like that.
So this, when do you drink this? In the evening or in the morning?
In the winter, like cold season, I like to drink this.
So like we're really at the niche end of tea now with the lactic but this is, I think, the part of tea that people like. This is the magic of tea. This is the innovation, and you know, if I was to bring some of my friends from other parts of the world now, this is where they would get like tea. It's like, wow, yeah, very specific, to this. So this is the acid fermented tea. Okay, perfect. And then the final tea is the Zembucha. So this tea represents your whole philosophy. This tea is very energetic. I had this the other day and I was quite wired.
Little sips.
Yeah, more than usual. So it has the grass inside it, right?
Yeah.
It's tea leaf and the grass.
Bamboo and what should I say?
So there's not just the tea leaves in here,
You can
there's,
smell this one.
there's other ingredients.
The whole field.
The whole field.
Michelle, can I ask, is there any
Sort of,
like ceremony associated with these teas?
So let me finish page 2. This tea, this last one, contains bamboo leaves, ferns, vines, the entire
The whole
farm.
jungle.
I don't know why all the other tea farmers think that you're crazy. So Cath says this type of tea in Japan, is there a ceremony or ritual for drinking?
Which one?
Which one?
Any of
Any.
these teas?
Do you have a special ritual for drinking?
A special day in the year or for birthday?
Or you know how like matcha has, the green tea has the whole ceremony and the ritual? So do any of these have that?
Japanese?
Yeah.
Usually.
So when you make at home, is it a special way to make? Or just like this?
Yeah, not so special. It's like a
Simplicity.
usual.
Every day.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Or special
Gen-
occasions when they have certain teas or something.
Yeah, no, I was thinking more around
ceremony.
like even just drinking it yourself is like coming present, being peaceful, being calm. Or do you just like make tea and run?
Do you have to light some incense, lay the table, or you just make the tea? Like,
No one just makes tea in Japan.
he just makes.
No, but nobody, like, it's not within the culture.
When you make tea,
Yeah, so that's why I was just trying to understand a bit more about
You
what
just
that
make with
process
this?
is.
I mean, I've been in his house,
seen
and he
him
does actually just make tea. But
in a glass.
I come to your home. I am your guest. How do you prepare the tea? With this pot?
Yeah, I use this pot and or
All sorts of things. Like a field.
gaiwan.
Special mat, special tea mat, or no? No.
Okay, so try this. Why do you drink tea?
Why do you drink the tea?
Just I like it.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Just for, not for special occasion.
Not so special.
No.
So you would drink this tea with food? with food?
Yeah.
When you eat,
When,
you drink tea?
Yeah.
Eating and drinking?
Mm.
And every day?
Yeah, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Is it to feel part of, connected to nature as well? Or just for you, or to be part? Like, is it to feel closer to the tea? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends who you speak to. So Tokuya being the tea farmer, his house is quite just have tea. You know, it's like
It's normal.
yeah.
Yeah, just
If he
every
was
day.
so earlier this year, I did a online with two of my Korean friends. One is a ceramicist, one is a tea farmer. And you ask the question, answers very different. So the ceramicist would say the table must be laid, and it's like the right cup and the right, and the tea farmer's like just the good tea. It doesn't matter how you make it. So in Tokuya's house, he has all the flat floor and then the fire,
Amazing.
and friends just come, drink tea,
Yeah, drink tea.
drink
and
beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Wine.
Yeah. So not like the matcha. Like if you go to where they make the whisks, the Charzan family who are making the whisk, they have the official tea room. So when they invite you for tea, they will come out like on their knees and make the matcha, and because they are part of the tea school. But for you, tea is every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your life.
Yeah, it's life.
Just always has been that way. Actually, when we went to visit, he made me make the tea. So it's quite.
I
Yeah.
like matcha. I like doing matcha with Irish whiskey. Not blend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please try.
Why Irish whiskey and not Japanese whiskey?
Like more smoky.
Okay.
So it's like, 'cause you always like something that's not from where you're from.
Yeah.
Everyone else wants Japanese whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Japanese want English making. It's like we all want the opposite, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. All English people want Japanese whiskey.
Really?
Yeah.
Exchange.
Yeah. But in Japan, much of what we think of the ceremony is what stands in the way of tea for the younger generation.
Yeah, no, and I wasn't even
Yeah.
thinking about that. I was just thinking, like, is it the opportunity you make tea to go and just sit quietly for 5 minutes? Or do you drink it on the go? Like to get the caffeine hit?
When you drink tea, do you always sit down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of more what I was asking.
It's
Just
not
it's a moment to just sit.
Spend slowly. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Slowing
That's
down.
what I was asking.
No. So it is always made with proper tea, not just shoved in a keep cup.
What do you
Plastic.
Yeah.
Tea to go
But
doesn't exist in Japan probably.
no, I don't think so. But young people not drinking so much tea.
Oh yeah, I see.
Why not?
Japanese
Is this the one that
people
from
like getting more like
in the house in the middle of the night.
American inside. So we throw away our culture like that. So we lose our tradition.
Influenced by America.
And then what say the American culture.
Like everyone.
So it's how to make tea So when we see these, it's the constant make this like every day easy, yeah, and enjoyable. When we wrote our book, we asked a lot of Japanese people to contribute to say what was their impression of tea, and many of them thought, you know, like when you go to a relative for Sunday lunch and it's very formal.
Yeah.
That was the memory of a lot of Japanese people of tea. You'd go to your relatives and it would be very formal, and that's hard to survive. You know, it's so the more informal way is good, and to, you know, have people be able to come and visit your tea farm. You have lots of people visit to see the approach. But no, everyone's drinking coffee now.
Coffee is a big trend in the world, isn't it?
Lots of coffee shop.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Actually, when we went, really hard to find a tea shop in Japan. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the first 4 days we didn't have any tea.
No.
Really?
It's hard to find.
But very trendy coffee everywhere.
Even when we went to see these teapots being made, his wife brought us coffee.
Yeah, bought us iced coffee. We went to Tokuya to this studio, and the lady brings us iced coffee. It's just like not selling the drink. Yeah, it was crazy. So it's
That's very Japanese.
So this is this one. You can pass it round and have a smell. The Zen Bucha, the full. The full approach. Has everyone had this tea?
No, not over
You
here.
can pass it over here.
Just to ask again, is all of these different teas, they're all from the same bushes in his garden, but just picked at different times of the year? Or is it some bushes are picked just for certain types of the tea?
We can ask. So different. His cultivars will be separated out.
Okay.
So you may have
Just tiny.
Tokuya. You have like one section Yabakita, one section native, one section Koko.
Yeah.
Different areas.
A different area.
And all harvested once a year. All cultivar. One harvest.
Yeah, one harvest.
Only
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
All in April.
The the end of April to the end of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this lactic acid, you said the summer?
Yeah. It's just on
In the barrel.
Yeah, it's probably
The
harvested
pickle,
and then
the fermentary
pickled
period.
for
Picked in April
April, May.
and then in the barrel.
no. Just grow up until the July. No,
July.
June.
June. Okay, longer.
Longer.
Okay.
And then so very.
Yeah, because this one I don't think I passed
bigger,
this down.
bigger.
It's massive.
This is the one.
Yeah, can I see? Yeah, this one is huge.
See the leaf is
Ah,
bigger.
This is the fermented one.
Yeah. So more flavour, different flavour in the leaves, like older. Yeah,
Yeah, older.
older. Yeah. And he also makes Japanese puer, which is really good, like a sheng puer. Yeah. So how many different types of tea totally?
Sencha, cup sencha gyokuro, that's a green tea, and black tea, zenbucha, fermented tea, and Japanese puer, and Japanese yellow tea,
Yellow tea.
hojicha, matcha.
Do they need different conditions?
or white tea.
And white tea, yeah. So the processing is different for the
Yeah.
tea. So gyaku is shaded.
Yeah, shaded.
Mm.
Like bloom.
Yeah. They put like a certain type of cloth over it, and then it grows more sweet.
It's like forced rhubarb or something. Like you put it on the in the shade, and then it grows.
Yeah, it changes the chemistry in the leaf.
Cool.
So those like 11 types, but then in Sencha he will make Yabakita, Goko, Samadori, which is quite sweet. Samadori, you think?
Yeah, like matcha aroma.
Matcha aroma. Yeah. So that's just one tea garden. So that's just he's producing all of these different types of tea, but very unusual to find someone producing pu'er in Japan. Yeah. So
Because here is what a Chinese tea.
Chinese. Yeah. And many people can try to replicate. So you could say that a process can be replicated because it's like following a recipe, but it's very difficult to do. So his white tea also hard to make good white tea. Difficult. So yeah. Did you want to say anything else?
Does he do the Aikido on the plantation?
Do you practice Aikido in the tea garden?
In tea garden? Not so in tea garden. Like, how do you say dojo?
We say
place.
dojo.
Really?
It's a Japanese word.
Yeah. And he has a school for children.
Kids.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Also teaching.
Show
as well.
the daughter.
Oh yes, this is his. This is your tea room.
Do you have a favourite tea?
My favorite tea?
Yeah, the architecture's
It's like depends on season.
Thank you.
Cold season I like black tea and fermented tea, white tea, and the hot season, the spring and summer, I like green tea and matcha.
How big is your field for all the plants? How big?
3 hectares
Oh,
total, but small. How do you say? Small
Areas.
Yes,
Different colors.
So you have to drive up a road, and there will be one field, and then you drive. But you can see his
spread
fields
out.
because they don't look like the other fields. Yeah, pretty much. And also with this type of cultivation, the tea field must be surrounded by forest, so that because all of the others are obviously spraying, so often has to be higher. So organic tea farmers will buy gardens that are higher than everyone else, and then try to surround by trees.
So you don't get the runoff from the fields? Okay.
Yeah. So it's
terrifying, isn't it, the thought of all that? All the ones who are spraying.
But when you see a tea field like Tokuya's against the others, it's really interesting because you see so different, isn't it? Yeah. So it's thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting that.
So what is the future then for tea? Is it declining?
Japanese tea is growing or declining? Like the
Declining.
demand.
It's declining.
They have historically focused very much on your internal market, right?
So now they're trying to China as a market or not?
Do you export to China?
No, not yet.
Not
I
yet.
don't have a connection with China now.
So most of the sales local?
Do you sell in Japan most?
No,
Do people come to you then to buy the tea?
Maybe Europe
Ah,
is
Europe is the
mainly.
Where people, it's quite a specialty market, but like so unusual to find this approach that people who know Japanese tea would buy his tea specifically. Yeah, because it's so unusual to find, and people are more aware here. Yeah. But no, the domestic market is declining, and it's also about educating people how to drink the tea, because like that the acid tea, if you just someone gives that to you with no context, you would just think, what is this? But with the context, it's really interesting. So it's about the education also. But yeah, mainly like Europe, lots of interest. Yeah. And he also comes to meet people, so
Most Japanese are not interested in this way. So, some people are interested in, but most no.
why not? They think it's strange. Maybe it's just not what they're used to.
I think we as a group would assume that they would be interested, so I'm quite surprised that you said they're not interested.
He says it's surprising. Thinks the Japanese would love this. Yeah.
Is there lots of organic farming in Japan? Like,
Not so much.
not so much.
Yeah, mainly use pesticides, and not only.
For like every type of farming, like for
Yeah,
growing rice, for growing wheat,
Yes.
everything.
Not only tea. Yeah,
Very
rice,
small.
vegetable.
Yeah.
Most organic growers we know have health story like yours. So something has happened. Maybe pesticide poisoning, maybe cancer, and then they make the change. But until then, no. And it's hard to change because your community didn't support you.
My community.
Yeah. Not so supportive.
Family and friends.
Now,
Now.
my community lots like friends.
Yeah.
I make this my community now.
Yeah, but you have to stay committed to it. So for many years. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, it's surprising though, isn't it? You'd think more people would be interested. But no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing.
So you can keep drinking all these teas. They're all in the teapots. And you can have some cake and have a chat. But thank you so much, because
Thanks so
this
much.
is important. People like Tokuya cannot grow and do this work unless there's interest. So this is good. He can go home and share that people are interested, which is important. Yeah.
I'm glad.
So do you employ people on your farm, on your garden?
Do you have any of this tea here to say tonight?
He has it. Yeah. Do you have employees, workers?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
3 or 4.
Real.
Well, actually, they are working for my father's farm.
Yeah.
I can't keep all all season. So
when they pick,
when I need help, I
Take them.
borrow help.
But it's very, to share the sort of story of change when we went to see the guys who made the whisks. I think I told some of you this story. So excuse me to speak fast, I just speak quickly. The father, in Japan there's all these different tea schools for making matcha, so all the whisks are slightly different shapes. It's very traditional. And so in these families there's multi-generational, and the father was teaching the son, but say there's 10 steps in making a whisk, he'd only taught the son like 7 steps. He'd not taught him the last 3 steps. So you said to the son, like, when will you learn the last 3 steps? He's like, well, I just don't know. So there's this sort of like respect for not knowing this. And then the pandemic came, and the main business for the whisk makers was all the tea schools where people go to learn, but they shut. So there was no business. So the son said, we've got to change, like there's the internet. And the father's like, no, this is traditional craft, but they couldn't have survived. So the son made a simple change of like putting, do you see matcha whisk that has the black string?
Yeah.
And he wanted to put rainbow, and the father just could not. No. So they had to create, like Tokuya and his father, 2 separate brands that is almost never spoken about. But only did the business survive because the son sort of took the heat. So the father said, like, you're a disgrace, like, you know. But now the father is like, oh, it's quite good. You have to be quite strong.
Wow.
So it's respectful but strong, and I think we all know that's very difficult. So that business now, I actually still think the father and son don't talk about the coloured string and the other stuff. Like that's just
He
not
almost
happening.
looks away when the son talks about it.
Yeah, when the son got out that stuff, the father left and was like, I can accept this, but I can't.
Can't stay.
Yes! And I'm definitely not teaching you the last 3 steps now. That's it. You're totally screwed. Yeah, but so it takes a lot of, you still talk to your father, but they have 2 separate factories, 2 separate gardens, but still the family tradition continues. Yeah. So it's good. And so nice. And thank you, Cath and Ahmed.
Welcome. I have another question, please. On your land, do you have much wildlife? Like birds and insects?
Yeah.
On tea farm,
Tea farm.
animals?
Yeah. Lots of birds and monkey, deer, and boar.
Boar?
Sometimes fox.
So are you going towards, so the animals, don't they ravage the bushes? Don't they eat the bushes?
Animal.
Eating? Not eating. I'm sometimes bored.
Yeah.
And do you notice difference between your father's field and your field? Like insects or animals more on your field than on your father's field?
Yeah.
Biodiversity?
More insects. But not
bad.
There's lots of insects, but no damage to the tea tree. It's like a balance.
Yes.
And bacteria in soil is made more rich.
And what does your father say when he comes to your field? Does he say?
Actually,
Does he?
Stubborn.
He does because he must be like, wow, this is so.
I don't think so.
Are they close by?
They live together.
Yeah, okay.
The family, you live with your 2 children and your
yeah.
mother and your father in the same house.
Yeah.
They live together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come to your...
He doesn't go to your field.
No.
That's fabulous,
How many
isn't it?
generations have they been using pesticides and herbicides and fertilizers though? Because it's a new thing.
So fertilizer use for like 6th generation or 7th generation?
No, it's
No,
only
maybe
beginning.
my grandfather.
Only him. Yeah, so just
After the
Second
World War.
So before then, you're making tea like your great grandfather is. So it's strange how your father is against what your ancestors were, how they were doing it. It's a weird disconnect. you're not going. You've gone back.
Yeah,
And they've
I
gone-
just went back.
Yeah,
Mm.
and they're not wanting to go back, but you're more traditional.
There are lots of parallels in the winemaking. When you,
Definitely.
yeah.
And
When you get
farming,
around.
Yeah.
organic,
Yeah.
biodynamic, same.
The problem
But
is
also that period there was huge propaganda.
Oh yeah, and of course,
Huge,
it's, yeah.
huge. So you had a whole nation.
You were
Yeah.
forced to
Shift.
use it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
and the problem now is to clear the land is like 4 years.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. So it's all these barriers that people see in their mind.
Mm.
You know, the barrier, mainly money
Mm.
and crop and market. So we're doing, Rob and I are doing a project with Fukuoka Prefecture.
Mm.
Not quite sure how we got involved in it, but to try and help them prove a market for organic, because they don't believe there is a market for organic, so they won't give money. So we're
Wow.
trying to help show them that there is a market for organic, and people will spend more,
More.
Mm.
which I think
It's incredible, isn't it, that it's still coming down to economics, though.
Yeah.
because they want to be re-elected, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if they say everyone go organic and then all the farmers lose money, they won't get elected. So it's very, yeah. Whereas if they can blame me, then that's a lot easier, isn't it?
They could
So-
kick you out of the
You'll be
country.
public enemy number one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'll
Wonderful,
make some
thank
more
you.
water.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much.
So lovely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I
Thank
think if anyone wants to come visit, yeah,
Welcome.
yes,
So now we have cake.
yeah, perhaps some, as much. If anyone has any allergy, does anyone have any food allergy? No, so it's fine. You can have anything. There's
And
a
we
big-
have Japanese whiskey.
No Irish, he's like tickle tea.
I tell you, nothing beats that
the
scappa
thick,
that
you'll
we
be able
have.
to
So.
smell it. I think.
Yeah, that's okay.